My name is Gavin Evans, and this time on Gavin Recommends Airheads. This is a 1994 comedy directed by Michael Lehman, and it's about three wannabe rock stars who accidentally hold a radio station hostage. The three wannabe rock stars are played by Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler. And just right there, that's a great cast. Brendan Fraser is a very underrated comedy actor, whether it be Monkey Bone, George of the Jungle, Bedazzled, this movie. The guy's naturally really funny, and I just like seeing him in his element. He actually pulls off the wannabe rock star so perfectly, and I thought he was great in this movie. Steve Buscemi, he's not typically in comedies like this, and it's nice to see him in a movie like this. I thought he was excellent in this movie and hilarious throughout. Adam Sandler plays a very different type of character than what he normally plays. He's very quiet, very shy, but he's really good in this movie. I think this was his third movie, Going Overboard, then Airheads, and then I think this was movie number 3. So this is one of his earliest works, and he is really good in the movie. But the star of this entire movie is Michael Richards. Who's Michael Richards, you might ask? Well, Michael Richards is Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And if you like Michael Richards as Kramer, then you'll love his performance here because it's very Kramer-esque.
Piss all over your brain! It's gonna be a slaughterhouse in here! Dead bodies flying through the air like freaking rag dolls on fire!
Just how over the top and how exaggerated his acting is just cracked me up. Every single time he's on screen, it was the highlight of the movie. He just steals every single scene. He's so funny. I feel like his scenes were meant to be a spoof on Die Hard. Like, he's crawling through an air vent, he lights a match, and it's just like, it's like the iconic image from Die Hard, but this time it's Kramer in the John McClane type of role. And I just thought that entire element of the movie was just hilarious. I also thought that Joe Mantegna was really great in this movie too. Every time he's on screen, he just has this presence to him, and his comedic talent is top notch, and I love the different directions they took his character, especially in the last act. And Chris Farley's also in this movie. He's not in it much, honestly, but the time he is in this movie, he's really good in it. He cracked me up a few different times. This entire cast is just a top-notch comedic cast from the 1990s. Like, my goodness. Like, this is an all-star cast, and everyone is great. And I love the story here. The story is just so over the top and so absurd of just these guys who accidentally hold a radio station hostage, and just kind of what comes from that, and the type of hype and the type of publicity they get from that. I just thought that entire element was so well handled, it cracked me up, and it just goes in some very comedic directions. Like, there's a point where Steve Buscemi is writing up a list of what they're going to demand from the cops, and it's just a ridiculous list. Like, one of them is like a football helmet filled with cottage cheese, and one guy's just like, why are you getting all this weird stuff? Well, we're getting some stuff we actually want, but then we're also asking for a bunch of weird stuff, so when we get caught, we're just going to plead insanity. And I just thought that was a great line. And also, the band's name in this movie is called the Lone Rangers, and every time someone brings it up, they're like, wait, you can't pluralize the Lone Rangers. Like, it's the Lone. You can't do that, and I thought that joke was hilarious. There were just so many times in this movie that I cracked up. I'm not going to say it's one of the greatest comedies ever. There's no depth or nuance on display, but I think everyone's entertaining in their own way. Watching all these different personalities clash with each other, it was funny, it was unpredictable in its humor, it kept me entertained for its entire runtime. This is a 1994 comedy that if you haven't seen, I definitely recommend it. So I'm going to go ahead and give Airheads a 7.5 out of 10. Isn't Airheads also the name of the candy that had the commercials where the people take a bite and their heads blow up? I think they were called Airheads because I used to be terrified of eating them because I thought if I ate them, my head was going to blow up. But I never had one, so I don't know for sure if it would have. But have you ever had Airheads candy? Let me know if your head blew up in the comments down below. If you've seen this movie, also comment in the comments down below what you thought of it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon, and Gavin out.